So I've made it known that I'm not in the dating scene anymore.
Damn. Oh my God, ladies. Do you hear that? He's not in the dating scene. Oh my God.
Nowadays, they seem to think that guys like us have to live up to their standards. To me, it should be a 50, any relationship, no matter man, woman, or man, or woman, whatever, whatever. We got all sorts of different, sexualities, and that's fine, any relationship at all, romantic, whatever have you, should be 50-50. But these women out here seem to think that it's 70-30 or 80-20 in their favor, that they have all the control in the relationship. I just can't stand that shit. And too many women nowadays are like that and the reason being is because they've been spoiled for so many years, and they've been basically told, and they've basically been fostered this mentality from the media today.
Where is he getting all of his information from? I wonder. Most normal people in general, like men and women, they just want a partnership. They want a 50-50 partnership. Like, that's it. Nobody in a healthy relationship, like, looks at it like, oh, well, you're doing only 40% and I'm doing 60. That's just weird.
I have decided that if they're not going to come correct, if they're not going to come at me correct or give me any kind of respect or give me any sort of, legitimate reason to go out with them, then I won't bother. I just won't bother. I prefer to stay solo. I'm a solo. I'm a lone wolf, I guess you could say.
Honestly,
I
that's
prefer to,
really
like,
great for
I'm
women.
single and I prefer to be that way.
He's not
Because
going
people
to
out here
approach
can
women
delude
unless they
themselves into
approach
thinking whatever they
him.
want.
That's
Oh my God,
perfect.
you
That's
can't
great.
get with Fitty, or whatever stupid shit people are going to delude themselves into telling just to try to fucking give me a bad name and all that. But the fact is, I'm on here telling you I prefer to be alone rather than be with a piece of shit stuck up full of himself a woman who is quite frankly not worth my time. Okay? That's where I stand. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. Tough shit. Click off the video, click off the channel, and move the fuck on with yourselves if you don't like it. So that's where I am, man. I'm not playing by anybody else's rules. I'm not playing by these females' rules. I'm not playing by these women rules. I'm playing by my rules. So that's just
What
where I
women
stand, man.
rules?
I don't give a shit.
Like, I'm like, what are these women rules that he's speaking of? Because I'm a woman and I'm just not aware of these rules. What are these rules? Like, are men really like this turned about like having this expectation that they should pay for dinner on like the first date? I feel like these days, honestly, probably most women offer to split the bill. I feel like nowadays, like with these like Zoomers and shit dating, they offer to split the bill.
In light of all this, everything that I just talked about, in terms of dating, whatever have you, and what I look for in terms of dating, and what I look for in terms of, or what I did look for in terms of a partner, and I still do, but very, very unlikely that I'm going to see it. But I have set, in light of this whole topic, I have set some standards for myself when it comes to this. They want to live up, they want to have their little unrealistic fucking expectations or goals or standards of men. And so I have created a list of requirements that a woman must meet in order to date me. Okay? So that's pretty much what the title of this video is going to be. My list of requirements for dating, or a list of requirements that a woman must meet to date me. Or
Okay,
however
get
you
out
want
your
to put that. I'll
notepads,
figure out
ladies.
a fancy title later on. These are my requirements for dating. These are my requirements for any woman who wants to date me. And yes, this is for women only. Because
Sorry,
I'm not no
gays.
fruitcake. I don't swing in the other way. Okay, there's no
Sorry,
sausage party over here.
gays.
Okay, so get that out of
Wow.
your minds right
Sorry,
now. I
gays.
have to specify this because if I don't, these jerk offs in the fucking comments and on social media are gonna say whatever, and I'm not having that.
Oh my
So
God.
from me,
If he
I'm telling
doesn't
you, this
specify,
is
then the gays are
strictly
gonna be
for
lining
women
up. Oh
only to
no.
date me. So there you go. But with that being said, now that I got that out of the way, let us get to the list, my list of requirements for a woman to date me. Okay, first off, very important. You must be moderately attractive. Now, what I mean by that is, I don't mean you have to be fucking Tyra Banks or America's Next Top Model attractive. I don't mean you have to be a fucking perfect 10. You could be a 5 or a 4 and I would still date you, you know? It's just, all I require is that you're moderately attractive, and at the very least, you keep your appearance up. You take care of yourself at the very least. Just do basic stuff. Take care of yourself, brush, shower, clean your clothes, stuff like that. Just all that requires you take care of yourself. All right, so next up, I got that first one out of the way. Okay, so next, you must be independent. In other words, you must have your own job and make your own money. You must have your own income, have your own source of income, because I am not taking care of you.
Like, why does this man think that modern women don't have jobs and aren't making their own income? Like, what kind of fucking incel forums has this man been on?
All right, so next up, a woman must know how to cook and be willing to cook at all times. Now, this is not as big a deal as the first two. Now, I prefer eat out stuff anyway. I do a lot of
Men like this talk so much about like wanting a 50-50 partnership, but then it's like they don't want to, split the household chores. But what happened to this 50-50 stuff? Hold on. They're kidding themselves. They're fucking kidding themselves. Like, any woman who hears shit like this, it's like red flag.
eat out, take out, fast food, stuff like that. It is what it is. That's just what I am, or that's just how I am. But if it comes to a point where we have to eat in or want to eat in for a change or whatever, or there's a big holiday coming up, like, for example, Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner or whatever the case may be, I expect a woman to at least know how to cook. Okay? Now,
he said that he expects the woman to cook the whole Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. What the fuck, motherfucker?
now I'm not trying to be fucking, don't sit here and come, oh, you're sexist. No, it has nothing to do with that. It is just, I expect a woman to know how to cook. It's just,
I expect a man to change the oil in my car regularly. And if something breaks down in my car, I expect him to know how to fix it. I also expect him to be able to fix things around the house. If there's a leak, I expect him to know basic plumbing. If there's something that goes wrong with the air conditioner or the heater, I expect him to know, like, basic ways to be able to fix it. Anything having to do with that.
okay, so next up, must be cleanly, must be tidy, and you must clean up after yourself. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. That kind of falls in line with the taking care of yourself as well.
It's like, I feel like that's like a given, but I have to wonder if he's just like saying that as a projection because he doesn't clean up after himself and his grandmother does. Like, I swear to God, I just know this man lives with his grandma, and I bet you she still does his fucking laundry for him.
Our place, if we're living together, whatever our living situation is, just be tidy.
I just know it in my heart.
Like that,
I know it in
I
my
don't like
heart.
A dirty, trashy woman. It's just how it is, and I'll do the same. And I expect if we're living together that you take care of the majority of the cleaning duties, and I'll do my share as well. I'm not just gonna laze around and do nothing. So yeah. But I expect you to be tidy at the very least. All right, so next, a woman must be courteous and must be friendly at all times, okay? I don't want a woman with no fucking attitude. I don't like women who are just bitchy for the sake of being bitchy.
See, that's just like a weird expectation to put on somebody. Like, what? Like, that's a fucking awful expectation to put on anyone, whoever the fuck they are, man or women. Like, you can't put this expectation on people to be, like, happy all the time. What?
I don't care if,
be docile at all
it's
times.
That time of the month, I don't care if, that.
Oh my God. I've never seen so many red flags in one man. Like, what the fuck?
I just don't like mentally unstable, bitchy women.
Women do complain a lot, that is true. Like, this motherfucker didn't upload this video 22 minutes of him complaining about women. Like, what?
But yeah, so that's that. Okay, so next up, when I say be independent, make your own money, have your own income.
He says this from his grandparents' basement. I'm sorry. Like, this is his grandparents' finished basement. I just know it. I know he lives in his grandparents' finished basement.
No gold diggers, okay? No gold diggers, no two-timers, no none of that shit.
The gold digger shit. These men that are just so worried about gold diggers, I'm just like, they should be more appreciative of gold diggers and sex workers because it's like really the only way they're ever getting a chance at touching a woman. Like, do not bite the hand that feeds you.
Next up, a woman must be willing and ready to give me sex anytime I want it. That's right, anytime, any time of the day.
Oh my God. That is so terrifying, though. Like, that just sounds rapey. Like, it's really hard for me to believe. I know it's hard to believe that this person is real, but it's like, no, this is real. We just don't see them out in public a lot because they don't leave their basements.
But no, man, a woman must be willing to give it to me at any time, at any point during the day, particularly when we're by ourselves. I don't want to hear, I don't want, again, I don't want you to give me no attitude or none of that shit, or, oh, I don't feel like it. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You must be willing to give it up to me at any point of the day. Because I've actually had relationships where I've had females tell me that they would give me sex anytime I wanted it. You don't believe me? I got the fucking messages, So yeah, so that's something that I expect. I fully expect you to be ready to give it up at any time. We're in a relationship, so yeah. Finally, whenever we're by ourselves, wherever we're alone, at home, or in private, you must call me master at all times. Like when you come in the door, like say for example, if you're coming in from the store or coming in from work and you see me and I'm doing whatever, you greet me. When you greet me, I expect you to say, hello, master, or something like that. Those are my standards. Those are my requirements. So any woman looking to date me or whatever the case may be, or take me out or whatever, those are my standards. Those are my requirements. And you got to live up to them. All of them. Now, maybe some of them might be negotiable, but I fully expect you to meet at least a good half of them. So, just putting this out there, okay? Just putting it out there, because, you know, you can't have it any way you want, okay? This isn't Burger King. You can't have it your way, all right? So, that's just where I am.
Shit.
That's where I stand. Okay, you want to go out with me, you want to date me or whatever the case may be, you want a relationship with me, you got to meet my standards.
Can I just say though, like men, you don't have to use like a razor to shave your unibrow or your eyebrows. Like honestly, it's not gay to get eyebrows maintained. You know, they don't have to like full on like give you a fucking arch, but if you have, you know, like a big unibrow growing in, it's fine to get it waxed, like shit. And then also like there's smaller razors that you can use for shaving your eyebrows. You know, you don't have to use like a full like face razor. They have like smaller ones. You guys know how I am about my eyebrows. I'm just like, oh my god, this man has ruined his eyebrows with whatever he's doing.